Hey, Adam, this is Jim Gillis with WinMyVote and also with the National Student Mock Election. Sorry I don't have my camera on, but I'm not in the office. I'm not even in my home office, but wanted to get this to you as soon as possible. This is kind of the lightning round of what WinMyVote is. So think of the voter guide, the voter information guide, and the sample ballot. This is what the candidate profiles look like. Here's California's. This is what the California profiles look like. And you can see here that Gavin Newsom, then sitting lieutenant governor, didn't even bother putting one in. Um, Essentially, no one really reads it, but it's a great setup because it's really simple. It's candidates, it's all the propositions, it's arguments for and against the propositions and measures, and it's a sample ballot. So when we looked at that, we said, this is perfect to go online, mobile, and social. And why hadn't this already happened? Why are these departments not doing it? Why are they still printing out a magazine? But I don't want to get into all that stuff. So we started building our own. And this is what it looks like. It's online, mobile, and social are the three main components. We see voters winning because voters get this great tool to organize and manage their vote, and then they can share with their friends. Candidates win because now they have like a social media type of profile that's going to go out to every voter for free, and they can be compared side by side with the other candidates right on the ballot. So if they do win votes, then the voters are indicating that right there on their sample ballot. And advocacy groups win because, right, you don't have to raise a bunch of money now to advocate for one side or another. And then democracy wins because it's a level playing field. And we think that when people are given choices where they can compare things side by side, then issues win. The only people that are out on this are special interest groups. And if you look at other disruptive type of technology, Airbnb, Travelocity, Yelp, Uber, Lyft, all of these companies did the same thing. They put buyers and sellers on a level playing field and sort of cut out the middleman that was really sort of artificially controlling, the price and availability and the supply. So the business model is there's 516,000 elected officials in the U.S. Even if you took 20% of that and said, okay, 100,000 contests, and we're going to have one candidate in each, two candidates in each contest, right? Typically the incumbent and a challenger. So there you're having, about 200,000 candidates, and at $299 a year, which is a fraction of what the candidates are going to spend on their campaign, you're already up to about $60 million, which is plenty of money to run a website and platform like this. To give you sort of a comparison, here is the site for Denver, Colorado, and you sign up and you put your zip code in and your address in, and you'll get your sample ballot here. And these are not clickable. You don't get a profile. You don't get anything at all. You just get a name that you can then fill in the star, and that's it. So if you compare it to the way that we would do it, you would look like this. You'd click down to Senate. You could look at all the candidates really quickly. You could go up and down your ballot really quickly. And then you could click on the candidate like this. You could watch a video. You could see some basic information here. You could scroll down, learn about the candidate. And keep in mind, the candidates build and maintain and manage and update their own profiles. So this is a social media site just like Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or any other one. The only thing is that it's controlled and limited to only candidates that are certified on the ballot, and they're organized in a way so that they're on the ballot, and you'll only see your ballot and the candidates that are on your ballot. We don't take advertising. The business model is the candidates pay, so we don't have to worry about trying to have big numbers and high com scores and that type of stuff. So the voter there can go right straight through the issues, and it's kind of a Twitter feel here where they can look through them real quickly. They can go back up here, and now when it comes to endorsements, the way that we work this is that when you're here on your ballot, you can click on trusted sources, and those are groups and organizations and individuals that you trust. So again, the difference is we're not going to sell advertising. We're not going to take money from groups that want to talk to you. We're going to flip it around and do it the other way. We're going to have a total opt-in. So as a voter, you can opt in to see what groups and organizations and individuals, how they're voting and what you'd like and what they would who they're endorsing essentially. So here I'm going to add these groups, and I'm going to go through them all, and I'm going to search for my friend Sarah, and great, she's up here. And again, this is just like Twitter or Facebook. And I'm going to click on Sarah and click here. And now when I go back to my ballot and I'm on endorsements, I can click here to trusted sources. So this first look would be the groups and organizations and individuals that the candidate wants to feature. So they would organize those, and then I just want to see the groups and organizations that I trust. So I do that, and now I can just click straight through and look at the endorsements. And I can watch videos, or it can be written endorsements, however they want to do it. I can also click straight through here to the group, and I can look at the group's ballot. So groups will go up and they'll get group ballots. It'll be all the same ballots as a voter, but they'll have as many as they want, and they can go through every city and they can make endorsements up and down the ballot in every city. But the only ballot that I'm going to see, or at least the one that I'm going to see first, is my ballot. So I can see here, these are all the races. These are all the guys that this group is endorsing. And I can, if I want, I can just favorite that candidate right there. And then my ballot will be updated. And I go down to the city council race and I say, yep, this is good. And then I can go here and I can see other affiliate groups. I can see all the candidates they're endorsing. I can see other ballots and all that. I obviously can't do anything else on the other ballots. I can only just see them, but just for information. And then here I am, I can do the same thing for voters, right? So voters can have all of their favorites as well, and I can move through those real quickly. So back to the ballot, I like this guy. I'm going to favorite him, and I'm going to write a little, endorsement here and save. And then I'm going to share them on social media. So the way this works is, let's say I'm going to share them on Twitter. Most of the time, if you're advocating or you're endorsing a client, a candidate, what you would do is you'd post it on Facebook and say, hey, this guy's great. And now I say, okay, yeah, that guy's great. And 5 minutes from now, I forgot his name or forgot where he was running, or is he running for Senate, or is he running for Congress, or whatever. And this is that whole law of 7 when it comes to marketing, right? That they have to do that 7 times before I even remember the guy's name. So in this situation, it's a one-time have to do. So now I'm looking at it here and I said, oh, yep, I know this guy. I'm going to check it out. And now I go right to his profile. I can sign up real easily for free with just social media or an email address. And I'm right here. And maybe this guy doesn't interest me and I want to go right to the ballot and I want to check out the ballot. And maybe I want to go down here, or maybe I want to go down here to the propositions, because Proposition 13 is something that I'm very interested in. So I can click on Proposition 13. I can read the official language. I can go down here and see a little 1-minute explainer video that's a neutral video. And then I can start, going here and checking my trusted sources and seeing what they have to say about this proposition. And this right here, these are groups and organizations that are opposing this, but none of them are in my trusted sources. So this gives you an opportunity to say, what, I do want to see who this group is and what they're all about. And so I do that, and then I say, hey, I'll give these guys a listen to, and I can watch their video or read their comments here. Then I can say, you know what, I'm going to vote yes on that. And yep, I'd like to do that. I maybe even do my own video there and save it. And now this is saying, do you want to share on social media, or do you want to become a trusted source? So voter Dave here wants to become a trusted source, and that would add him to the trusted sources list. So that if I'm up there searching for trusted sources and I type in, voter Dave 14 or Dave's real name, either one, I'll get to see his, and then I'll be able to add him as a trusted source. So that's it. And then also we have other features here where we'll show the percentage right now, the percentage of votes for and against, this proposition. And again, our position is we don't want to sell this data, because that's not our business model. Our business model is to make it so that everyone, it's as transparent as possible, that the candidates can see how they're doing, that the groups and organizations can see how their efforts are doing. And in this situation, there's 43% of the people that are still undecided on this proposition. So the groups can continue to drive people here so that they can measure, how they're doing. And you can go back here, and then obviously, you can change your vote. It's all interactive. This is just like if we did voting online and it was done by a really good company, right? Not the election department companies, but just a really, really good company. If it was all online, what would it look like? And a good analogy to this is TurboTax. You can do all the stuff, on TurboTax with TurboTax. The final step, you have to still apply to the IRS. You still have to submit all that information into the IRS. But prior to that, you can do, A to Y on the software. So we're thinking of ourselves in the same way, where you can do all of this stuff, fill out your ballot, share, check endorsements, change your mind, favorite, refavorite, all that. And then at the end, you can go through this. I'll give you an example. So these are some of the features right here that voters need most, like checking on your voter registration status, and it would go right to the page where you can type your address in and stuff, and make sure you're registered to vote. Important dates leading up to the election, like when and where early voting starts, that type of thing. And then finding your polling place, right? You can do that. Obviously, it's mobile, so you can take this with you as you're heading to the polling place, and then you can use your same phone to do the selfie there. So that's it. I know it was supposed to be a lightning round, but it ended up being a little longer. Um, but hopefully that kind of gives you a feel for the product and the platform and what it does. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.